All right. All right. It's been a while since I went live on StreamYard. StreamYard, yes indeed. StreamYard is still StreamYard with new updates, but as you see the title, people are burned out. The quality of living in America is going down the drain. Yes, it is. But before I talk about the topic, before I talk about the topic, YouTube is getting more stricter. Y'all know they silenced me from commenting on my main channel for at least 16 hours, I think 24 hours. I guess because I cuss a troll lot. Man, this YouTube stuff getting more whacker and whacker. That's why I say this shit ain't even exciting no more. Hey Naomi, this shit ain't even exciting no more with all these rules, man. You know, it's some bullshit. They gonna I cuss a troll lot because I call them an NPC scum. And I put it like an abbreviation. I say like shut the F up, you NPC scum. It was on one of the content creator video because, oh yeah, I gotta say, you got a lot of sensitive buffoons, a lot of sensitive people. And like I say, the quality of living in America is going down the drain. People are burned out. I am burned out. And you got these NPCs talking about, oh man, cheer up, man. No, you burn out too, mofo. Shit. You know, these NPCs and these happy-go-lucky motherfuckers, these NPCs, they don't see what shit going on. They try to make you feel ashamed for what you're going through in life or how you express yourself, man. That's why a lot of young brothers crash out because they have no place to vent. Men in general are gonna start crashing out. And I don't condone the shit, but when you have no support system, when you feel like you all out there by yourself, a lot of young brothers crash out. That's why they're killing each other in the street. You know, a lot of these young men, they got abusive dog syndrome. I like to call that. Like when you abuse a puppy, like when you take a dog as a puppy and you abuse it, you know, and it start having hatred towards humans and they don't mistreat. And you mistreat a puppy, and when it become a full grown dog, it ain't gonna trust people. And that's how a lot of these young brothers are. They don't trust people. They be quick to crash out. You got a lot of content creators calling them YNs. First it was 304s when they dealing with the woman. Now you got the YNs. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how the state of my people is falling. I'm so pissed off how the world is. I can't even fucking think straight. Because this world is going to shit. Like I say, this is a fallen world, man. This is a fucking fallen world. You know, I started looking at, I've been knew about the Gnosticism, and I kind of agree with some of the Gnostics, man. I think, the God of this world, man, is the demiurge, man. You know, a lot of people that follow these Abrahamic religions, man, y'all ain't even worshiping the true God. Y'all worshiping the damn demiurge that don't give a shit about humanity. His angels are called the archons. This is a prison planet. It feeds off of the souls of human suffering. That's what I feel about this world. This is nothing but a soul harvesting form. Now, even they try to tell us in the movies like The Matrix, we ain't nothing but human batteries to these fucking archons and the fucking demiurge. You know, that's how I feel sometimes. You know, real shit. I'm going all out. Like I said, this YouTube, they probably might remove this. I don't give a fuck. She ain't even fucking monetized. Shit. What's up, Rainy Woman? Ain't nothing changing. Niggas gonna be niggas on YouTube. The bras gonna be the bras, man. Shit. The black sector is getting more toxic and toxic, man. That's why I say, you know, I see why some of the older content creators, man, they don't deal with this YouTube no more. They either go to other platforms or they or they just a lot of people all burned out. That's all I've been seeing on the YouTube, social media. You got these content creators, TikTokers, no matter what race they is, they talking about it. You know, they burnt out on paying mortgage, rent. You got people giving up paying mortgage. They rather go back to paying rent because they mortgage too high. That's why I don't get some people. They want to always make fun of people rent. Ha ha, you 50, you still renting. Ha ha, you 40 years old, you still renting. Shut the fuck up. You know, trying to shame somebody for rent. You know, you supposed to be adults. You got adults shaming other adults for rent. Shit. That's, you know, you got to take what you can get. And these buffoons too stupid to realize they want to make fun of people renting. And yeah, you pay your mortgage out, motherfuckers. You pay your mortgage out, you still got to pay property taxes, dumbass. Shit, this system is rigged. Like I said, this is a fallen rigged system. It's designed to prey off of human suffering. You know, harvest our souls. We ain't nothing but batteries, and they draining our energy every day. The Matrix, man. This is the fucking Matrix, assimilation. You know, it's a fucking simulation. And it's a fallen state world, you know. And you see the entities, these entities, man, these archons, whatever you want to call them, fallen ones, they feed off of suffering and negative emotions. You know, that's why they promote the shit. They promote it in the movies, they promote it in the music. And who they targeting the most? Our people. Because they know our people are melanated rich, man. You know, we are the original gods and goddesses of this damn universe, multiverse, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We are the fucking guardians of the galaxy, man. You know, that's why they always trying to make all these comic books and yeah, you know, I'm talking all crazy and shit. I ain't even talking crazy. It may sound crazy to the fucking brain dead NPC. This is real shit. If they say, oh, you sounding crazy, no, fuck y'all NPCs, man. Y'all soulless NPCs, you know? Shit. But anyway, yep. I'm just shooting off from the hip. But yeah, I'm all right though. Shit, I'm still here. Good to see y'all up in here. But yeah, a lot of people are burned the fuck out, man. You know, and I don't blame them. You know, it don't matter what walks of life they come from. You know, society is at an all-time low when you got content creators riding around in these cities at 3 or 2, 3, 4 in the morning, looking at people walking on the street, looking at the homeless people. This is ludicrous, man. What the hell? And getting a lot of subscribers too. I'm talking about having hundreds, 200,000 subscribers, getting a lot of views. It ain't nothing wrong riding around at the city at night or any time of the day, but don't exploit the homeless people like that. Put them on camera without their permission, and you can't get mad when they crash out on you. You got these damn content creators, yeah, they ride around these cities, talking about riding in Miami at 3 in the morning, you know, just to see what's going on at the streets. Yeah, you better have your camera on, buffoons, because if you didn't have that camera, you'll get carjacked, you'll get mugged. You know, leave them people alone. Yeah, they got it. And I'm telling you, that's why I hate this YouTube shit. When you got a lot. I mean, it's like stupidity. Stupidity wins. Stupidity wins on YouTube. Stupidity, drama, buffoonery, it wins. But if you being authentic, if you trying to promote righteousness, truth, awareness, oh man, you getting shadow man. You getting all the strikes. You getting all the strikes. But you could be this random smuck getting in your car, hit a dash cam on your car, and ride around in the city at night. You know, exploiting homeless people, talking to them. Hey, what's your story? Man, leave them people alone. You know, having people on camera tweaking. You know, being on drugs and stuff. It's crazy. And YouTube don't even flag them. They don't even strike them. But me telling off somebody in the comment section, y'all gonna try to censor me for telling somebody off in somebody else's comment section. Get the hell out of here. You know, and you wonder why. And the reason why a lot of YouTubers going for broke, because everybody want to be a goddamn content creator. Everybody trying to blow up. It's not gonna work that way. Because you see, like back in the early 2000s, like around in the 2010s, You didn't had a lot of, it was rare. Content creation was a rare thing. You only had a few people being content creators. Now the damn market is saturated. It's overflowing. And that's a lot of stuff in society. Even with the gig work, you know, even with the gig work. Like, and for y'all to know what gig work is, you know, like DoorDash, driving for Spark, Amazon Flex, Uber Eats, being an Uber driver, that's gig work. Even that's getting saturated. You rarely had you had a few people doing those type of jobs. Now you have a lot of people doing gig work, and you see what the problem is. They doing is a deception. They gonna allow a lot of people to come into the gig work, and they ain't gonna pay people. You got people, for example, DoorDashers used to get they used to get paid decent. Now you got so many people doing it, they probably getting paid like $2 something or $3 for an order, just to go bring people food home. Yeah, exactly. They got so, man. That's why I said I'm thinking about setting me up a Rumble account. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm tired of this YouTube shit. I'm thinking about going to Rumble, man. You know, it's like they fighting people channel, man. Big Ward not even at 100,000 subscribers yet. Paranormal Roundtable not even at 100,000 subscribers, man, because they too real, man. Shout out to Big Ward, the genius, man. Shout out to Paranormal Roundtable, man. You know, I still watch those channels too. It's like the more realer you is, the more YouTube hates you. What's up, Chris G? What's good, bro? But yeah, I'm just ranting and raving, man. I'm ranting, bro. You know, I'm ranting. YouTube want to censor. What happened to freedom of speech? YouTube, we might as well say YouTube is anti-American, man, because that's like in the Constitution, freedom of speech. YouTube, you anti-American. YouTube is an anti-American platform. What you mean, Moshe? Because freedom of speech is supposed to be one of the amendments. That's like one of the major amendments, freedom of speech. And YouTube, y'all ran by these damn beta male cucks and these Karens. That's who running YouTube. These beta male cucks who let their wife wear the pants in a relationship or marriage and peg them in the behind. And these damn drywall Karens that hate everybody. These drywall Karens. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what the hell I want to say. Fuck y'all, YouTube. These drywall Karens and these beta male cucks, men with no damn spines, talking about, oh, you saying this too offensive. We got to get your channel removed. We can remove your channel. You know, a bunch of bull crap. And you wonder why a lot of people, they not doing content like that. I'm talking about even the big channels ain't doing content. It's like they rarely doing content. But don't be deceived, y'all. A lot of these big YouTubers, they going for broke. They still got to have a day job. Real talk. They still got to have a day job. Because, you see, YouTube know everybody want to be a content creator. So, they going to get more stricter and they going to pay less. They don't care even if you have 1 million subscribers. You ain't making a lot of money, because I think like if you get like 20,000 views in a video, you ain't gonna get a lot in that check, because your views is different. Every video or live stream you get different views. And I guess they add it all. I don't know how they do. They probably tally it all up for that month. But yeah. But if you being a buffoon, you're gonna get the views. You know. And YouTube, they play with people's views, they subtract views, they fight against your channel. They're not supposed to do that, but they don't care. They claim they don't. That's a lie. They fight your channel. Especially if they know you're a threat, they're gonna fight against your channel. Because I see this is part of the matrix. YouTube is part of the matrix. You know, YouTube is part of the matrix. Yep. But yeah, people burned out. That's all I see is people talking about how burned out they is. And another thing, I noticed that your channel grow. You're not even doing content. People just nosy. I'm telling you, Naomi, just people being nosy. they trying to they probably still pushing you to do content. You know, let me tell you something about that. They want you to do content because they fucking knows it. People so fucking knows it. You know, they want to see how you're living. You know, so they could talk about you. That's how you got a lot of these fake people on YouTube. That's what they do. They want to see how you're living. They want to see how you're driving. They want to see how you're sleeping. They want to see how you're eating. You know, they want to see what you got in your pantry, what you got in your fridge. They want to see what kind of tires you have in your car. Whether you got air in your tires or nitrogen in your tires. Y'all heard about that? Nitrogen tires. You know, these damn cars so expensive. You got a lot of car lots full of cars, man. People can't afford these new goddamn cars. Y'all selling them too damn high. Shit. A lot, yeah, because I was watching, you know, I'll be watching all type of videos on YouTube, seeing what's going around the world. And I saw a video the other day, a lot of dealers, a lot of car dealers, man, they quitting because they can't make a few sales. So they quitting the job. Yeah. Shit, they quitting because they can't sell them cars. Everybody can't afford a new car. And a lot of people, what they doing, they buying older cars. They buying cars like from maybe 5-10 years back. You know, you got people buying cars, you know, late model cars. And I don't blame them because these new cars, they too damn expensive and they break too much. They got all them electronics in them, you know. And the car notes, that's ridiculous, man. You got people paying a mortgage for a freaking car note, a price of a mortgage for a freaking car. And you got a lot of people making videos living in their cars. And they got jobs. And that's the sad thing. People that's living in their cars or vans, they got jobs. Some of them got good jobs, but you know, what it is, they paying, I guess they car note is the highest bill they paying, and they can't afford an apartment. They can't afford to live, so they got to live in their car. And this is what America is coming to. And another channel I'll watch is called Millennial Stream. That's another good channel to watch. He a Gentile, so-called white dude, but I don't care. He be spitting a lot of truth. He talk about how evil these corporations don't pay people livable wage. He do a lot of good. He do good content. Millennial Stream. Yeah, Millennial Stream. Yeah, Millennial Steam. No, Millennial Steam. Millennial Steam. That's his channel name, Millennial Steam. You know, he do content and he be telling how it is. He have the thumbnails, the AI generated thumbnails and stuff. And he be telling how, I mean, he just go in. He be like, he joke too. He be like, evil corp don't pay us a livable wage. They have us work for peanuts. He just be going in. You know, and they have a lot of channels, you know, going in, but these jobs, and another thing, if you have a job, man, never do TikToks while you're on the clock, because you got people getting fired behind that. You know, these TikTokers, man, they want to do TikTok videos while they're on the clock or on a job site. You don't do that. You setting yourself up for failure. What's good? What's good, Rockstar? What's good? But yeah, you setting yourself up for failure because these jobs, they got social media policies. It's like I say, privacy is a thing of a past. Privacy is a thing of a past. And just like I was telling somebody earlier, you can't be hitting on the internet. They talking about if you have a VPN, whatever they call it, man, they still could track you. That's another scam. Like NordVPN, so say it hides your it make you untraceable on the internet, man. That's bull crap. They could find you. They could find you. They could find you. I'm talking about a VPN. A virtual private network. Man, that's another scam. I'm telling you, you got to pay for a VPN service. They still could track you. They could still track you. Man, you can't underestimate. Like, you forgot who running this world, man. These shadow entities. Man. Shit. We on everybody's radar. You know, talk about get that VPN. They can't track your IP address. Man, the government, if they want to get you, they going to get you. They going to round you up. Straight up. Them alphabet agencies, they got a trace on all of us. It don't matter who you are, what race you is, what you do for a living. If they want to find you, they going to find you. You best believe that. They going to find you. Like the CIA, the FBI, SAS or any type of agency out there in the world, like secret agency and stuff, oh yeah, they're gonna find you. They're gonna find you. Shit, yeah. Heck no, never do TikTok on the cloud. Exactly. And you got some of these content creators, bro. They be doing videos with their work uniform on. I be like, y'all setting yourself up for failure. They be like in a, say like if they work at Best Buy, they be in a Best Buy uniform, making videos why they hate their job, talking about their supervisor. I be like, and y'all can't get mad when they pull y'all in the office and fire y'all asses. Cause you know, these companies, man, I know you have a right to express yourself how you feel about your job, but you gotta understand these corporations, they dirty. These corporations don't give a damn about you. They only thing they care about is their company reputation. And if they see you doing videos on social media, and don't have a lot of channels, don't get big on YouTube. If you work for one of these companies and you have like 100,000 subscribers, you don't think your manager watching? Come on now. You're going viral. You're going viral. You don't think somebody at your job gonna see your videos and your content? And then you're gonna always have them hating co-workers. They dap you up. Oh man, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? But soon as you get out their presence, they going to HR. Hey, you know him, he got a channel, he got a YouTube channel. I know. You want me to monitor? No, we got our monitoring team. Y'all know these companies, they got workers, that's all they do is monitor the workers' social media. That's a whole department. It's a department. Say like for Best Buy, okay, say if you're working at Best Buy, they got workers, monitor spirits. They got workers, all they do is watch the Best Buy worker social media. Now, it's not going to be at the store you're working at. It's going to be at the Best Buy headquarters probably. You got a whole social media IP team. All they do is monitor Best Buy employee social media, whether they have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is the popular social media platform right now. Like I say, privacy is a thing of a past. It doesn't matter. You can have a VPN. They still could track you. That shit don't work. That VPN, that's another scam to make you pay unnecessary money. It's an unnecessary bill. VPN, man. They're going to find you. If they want to find you, they will find you. You best believe that. You know, you best believe that. You know, the only way you could be untraceable on the internet if you like some type, if you in a supernatural, if you got supernatural powers, if you like a jinn or a fey lord or something, or a creature with high magic powers and shit, if you an angel, the only way you could be untraceable is you from the supernatural realms, whether you from the infernal realms or the celestial realms, the fey realms, you know, the shadow realms, the elemental chaos realms. They be like, what the hell this nigga talking about? This nigga talking about some D&D shit. You're fucking right. That shit is real. They ain't putting the shit in the damn, y'all think it's role-playing games. Man, these, like the creators of Dungeons and Dragons, these men, y'all look at these, oh man, they just some middle-aged white men creating all this fantasy shit. No, they know a lot of shit. They, you know, it may be role-playing games. These mofos, man, they probably went to the astral realm and met some of these entities and got that knowledge. It may sound far-fetched. Shit. Yeah, I know VPNs do work, but they still could track you though. Shit. Exactly. The government will find you. They will tap in. You don't think the government got supernatural agents, man? They got supernatural beings work with the government. You got supernatural entities working with the government. So they could easily find who they're looking for. It always been that way, even in the ancient world, like King Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible. The Chaldeans, they was wizards. They were sorcerers. Before King Nebuchadnezzar sought the wise counsel of Daniel, he had wise men, the Chaldeans, they was wizards and sorcerers. And when Nebuchadnezzar got pissed off because they couldn't decipher his dreams, he went to Daniel because Daniel was backed up by the Most High, the God of Israel. Same thing with the ancient Egyptians. They priests, they had their priests, and wizards and warlocks and all that. And all that sorcery and magic wasn't no match for the power of the Most High. When Moses threw his staff down, the staff turned into a snake and ate the Egyptian wizards snakes. Oh yeah, we living in some weird times. I mean, people burned out, bro. People are burned the hell out. But I'm glad to see y'all. I'm glad to see y'all still kicking in the land of the living, in earth realm, Midgard, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, this physical realm, this physical flawed realm, this hell on earth, this higher form of hell and this lower form of heaven for the people that got riches and stuff. Because the rich people, man, they look at this as a heaven to them. This is a lower form of heaven for the rich and a higher form of hell for the poor. Because, yeah. But a lot of people burn down. Like I say, if you ever notice, most people can't even live no more. The quality of life is not even quality no more, because most people don't have weekends no more because they going putting on another hat. Like, say, if you work a job, a lot of people doing gig work on the weekends. Like, if they got weekends off, they doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, because they gotta they job. Because once upon a time, your job you could have support your whole family off of one job. It's not like that no more, and that's by design. Because these evil bastards, they wanna invoke more human suffering. They know what the hell they doing. They know what the hell they doing, man. They living off, they feeding off of the suffering of humanity. That's why you got human. We still fighting over trivial shit like racism, religion, man. Oh, my God better than your God. Your God don't exist, but mine does. Like Bobby Hemmett said a long time ago. When he said that shit tripped me out when Bobby Hemmett said that. He said, one man God is another man's devil. And one man's devil is another man's God. I'm like, damn, man. I was like, shit. We may look at somebody's deity as a devil, but that's their God. And they may look at our deity as the devil, but that's our God, But yeah, shit, we don't got time to be fighting over these religions and these politics, man. We all suffering, shit. All humanity suffering. All humanity suffering. If you struggling, and another thing, what's up with the broke shaming on the internet? Oh, you broke. They like throwing that around. Oh, you broke. You too broke. You broke ass niggas. You broke ass women. I'd be like, yeah, why y'all want to broke shaming? I'd be like, are you rich? Because let me tell you something. You don't see the rich people doing that. You ever notice it's always broke people shaming other broke people? You don't see the rich doing that shit. I'm talking about the super rich. I'm talking most rich people are cheap. Like the average rich person, they may be a millionaire. They cheap. They all cheap. They'll go shop at the dollar store. You ain't gonna see them going to the Gucci store or the Prada store, the Louis Vuitton store. Man, they going right there. They going to get their clothes at Walmart, Target, probably going to the thrift store. Some of them so cheap, they living like they frugal. But they millionaires, they hitting millionaires. You call it a hitting millionaire. You call it, and you best believe we got hitting millionaires live amongst us. They hitting millionaires. You don't know it. They straight up millionaires. You think they just an average person, but they millionaires on a slick. Yeah, even on Fortnite. What? Let's see. I had a woman try to argue with me on Fortnite, calling me broke, telling me to go get a job. I believe she was a witch. She a broke witch. Yeah. Like Thomas Sotomayor said, she wanted some DNA, D or attention. Man, and that's the truth. A woman arguing, she want DNA, D or attention. D and attention. That's what she wanted, DNA. Start calling you broke. Yeah, they like doing it. You got men do that to other men too. Be like, oh man, you broke, man. You broke. You too broke to come on my platform. Oh man, y'all broke ass niggas. Y'all don't want to support my own platform. Trying to shame people broke, man. We all broke. Shit, if you paying bills and you got mortgage to pay and you got rent to pay, you will be broke. Damn it. Shit. Most of our money going to the bills. Shit. I never did get that. The broke shaming on the internet. It's 2025 and you still got people broke shaming each other. Oh man, you broke. Get your weight up, get your money up. You know, chase the bag and all that. Shit, we won't be broke if Uncle Sam keep robbing us. We get robbed every paycheck, man. We get pressed every paycheck. If you're a working person, you get pressed every paycheck by Uncle Sam with the taxes. They take out your paycheck, man. That's wicked. That is straight up wicked, man. You should be able to get your whole paycheck, man. That's robbery. That's unrighteous. You say if you work 40 hours, 60 hours, you're supposed to get every raise cent. We don't even get every raise cent we work for because Uncle Sam got to get his cut. You know, the state got to get their cut. You got the federal tax and the state tax. So you got the state getting their cut, and you got the country getting what a corporation getting their cut. Because this is a corporation. Think about it. It's not a country, it's a corporation. Who runs companies? The president. You got the president of a company. You know, Trump is the current president. The United States Corporation of America. That's what it should be called. The United Corporation of America. You know, the UCA, the United Corporations of America. Or the United States Corporation, the USCA. That's what they need to call it, the USCA, United States Corporations of America, something. Because this is a corporation. Yeah, that's another thing. I was keeping an eye on that too. How China exposing the clothing industry. They making these clothes for cheap. But I've been knew this though, because my uncle in the military, I had a couple of uncles that served in the military back in the 80s and 90s, man. They was buying them Jordans, man, overseas. When they served in South Korea, I had an uncle, he was in the army, and he served in South Korea on a base. Man, he was telling me, man, they was buying them Jordans and them jerseys for cheap out there. And the real thing too, you see how wicked society is? They will have these people in China make these things for cheap, and they'll ship them to the West and sell them for quadruple the price. Exactly. They're not gonna care. They still gonna spend all their money on them damn clothes. Man, I'd rather go buy some off-brand clothes. I'd rather go buy Polo from Walmart, Lacrosse, off-brand stuff. You know, these like the old stuff. Oh man, you still wearing Polo, man? That's old school stuff. That's too old. So what? They closed. Fuck all that expensive stuff. Oh man, you gotta get this, you gotta get that. A lot of people spending a lot of money on these damn clothing lines just to impress other people that don't give a shit about them. It's all a facade. It's all a freaking facade. It's a freaking facade. And people need to wake the hell up. They're being deceived. You know? Just be grateful you got clothing on you. You know, you don't need expensive. You can just put on a nice t-shirt with some jeans and some decent shoes. You don't need to go all out like that, you know. Gotta wear the expensive stuff. Oh, I gotta have a Nike shirt. I gotta have Nike shoes. I gotta have a Nike cap on or a sports cap. You know, nah. Oh man, wear a suit. Get you a cheap suit. You don't have to get you a $10,000 suit. What the hell you paying $10,000 for a freaking suit for? That better be a bulletproof suit. That better be a fire-resistant suit. It better be able to keep you warm like a polar bear in a cold weather suit. Shit, $10,000 for a freaking suit. They got some suits probably higher than that. You know? Oh man, I got me a $20,000 suit. Man, I'll be looking at that person, man. You a damn buffoon. Throwing $20,000 away for a freaking suit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She was mad. She was mad. Yeah, all right, that's how you gotta do. You gotta ignore them. You gotta ignore crazy people on the internet when you're playing video games online with them. You know, I can't do it. You know, That's why, they say the Call of Duty community is toxic. A lot of online communities be toxic. I remember telling that to a white boy at my job before. He was like, man, you don't play games online? I say I don't play games online with people because I can't put my hands on them. If they say something disrespectful, I might be too tempted to choke the shit out of them. And I'm going to like it. I'm gonna get so carried away, I might choke them to the inch of their life. I ain't gonna kill them, but I'm gonna have them knocking on there. I'm gonna have them knocking on the twilight realm, meaning they're gonna be between life and death, the twilight realm. Yeah, shit. You can't even say kill. You gotta say unalive. You can't even say certain words, man. That's childish, man. They trying to censor us. You two want to be a damn Karen, man. That's why I say Karen. YouTube is ran by some cucks and Karens, man. Real talk. YouTube is ran by some damn beta male cucks and some drywall Karens that hate everything, that want to stop everybody fun. Here's some good Ritz crackers. Been a while since I had some Ritz crackers. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Pope kicked the bucket, man. Man, I think they killed the Pope, man. Them Popes supposed to live a good little long time. Man, they killed that Pope, man. I guess the reptilians got tired of his ass, so they had to take him out. Them reptilian overlords got tired of him, so, man, take him out. Well, y'all niggas, y'all, man, that reptilian overlords, they was like, we tired of him. Take him out. Y'all damn human slaves. Y'all vote for the next one. Y'all vote for our next slave, human slaves. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's crazy because the Roman Catholics, they want to call everything pagan. The Roman church or the Christianity, they want to call everything pagan. But y'all, they carry themselves like pagans, the Catholic Church. The Pope be dressed like a damn wizard. All y'all Catholics out there, y'all don't realize them cardinals, them priests, man, like the cardinals, the bishops, they dress like wizards and sorcerers. Wearing long robes with all the symbols and the golden colors. Man, come on now. Come on now. Doing rituals, and that's nothing but rituals. Rites, which means a short version for rituals. When they say rites, R-I-T-E-S, rites. That's just a short version meaning rituals. Every time they performing them rites, they doing rituals. Yep. And I seen Elder Baba Rasan. I never watched the video, but he was talking about, he was showing that cardinal from Ghana. I don't think they're gonna allow a black pope. If the next pope be a black pope, man, that's gonna be a red flag. That's going to be a red flag. We'll have to pay attention to that. That's going to be a red flag. What you mean? Because that might issue the end. That might be the those steps to the end. And then they mummify the popes. You know that rock star? They mummify the popes. Yeah, like when the pope died, they mummify him. Who they got that from? The ancient Egyptians, which was a black civilization. The Hamites, the Hamitic, the Hamites, the ancient Egyptians. Yeah. Yep, another one bite the dust. That's crazy. I think they took him out, man. Come on now. And why they gotta be so old to be the goddamn pope? Why we can't have a damn pope that's in their 20s or 30s, man? That's why I like anime, man. Anime don't give a shit. Man, you have a damn 17-year-old president in anime. Because Japan, I guess they so infatuated with the youth, and young people. You see, that's in some cultures, they value youth. They value youth. Man, if you're 30 years old, like it's a slang in Japan. They call you old. If you're 30 years old, they call you old. If you're 30, that's not even old. You're not even middle age when you're 30. In Japan and some foreign countries, they look at you as an old person if you're 30 years old. They call you old man or old woman. Yep. But serious though, why we can't have a damn pope that's in his 30s, man? You know, that's full of life, full of vigor, full of youth, full of vigor. Not no old crap. We gotta be like damn near 100 years old to be the damn pope or any type of leader, man. You know, they don't give a shit. And man, I remember the youngest pope I seen was in an anime called Trinity Blood. He looked like he was about maybe 12 years old on an anime Trinity Blood. It's a vampire anime, good anime called Trinity Blood. And the pope, he was like he could have been like in his teens, pre-teens. Man, they don't give a shit in the anime. Man, they have a damn president of a corporation be 20 years old, 15 years old, and his advisor be as old, his top advisor be an older gentleman or older woman, you know. But yeah. Look at Luffy. Like Monkey D. Luffy in One Piece. He 20 years old right now. He gonna be 20 years old, be the king of the pirates at the end of the anime, you know, or manga. You know, Goku was like in his mid-20s when he first went Super Saiyan, you know. Because he was just finding out about his heritage, but they children went Super Saiyan, you know, at a young age. Gohan went Super Saiyan at the age of 11, you know. Goten and Trunks went Super Saiyan at the age of 7 and 8. You know, it was some short leggers, Goten and Trunks. I can see somebody watching now this nigga talking about anime, man. That's how this channel work, man. I'm all over the place. You know, have a great day. Man, these rich crackers good, man. For real, for real. They fresh. Fresh rich crackers. The Pope looked like he was into some weird things. Oh yeah, for real, for real. That whole man, oh yeah. Talking about a priest can't get married, man. That's man-made doctrine. Man, a lot of stuff been going on, though. You got the tariffs going on. Pope passed away. People getting burned out, man. You know. So what's the answer? What's the answer? Man, hold on. That's all I could tell you. Hold on to your faith, you know. Because something got to give. I think this world do need a reset. I think a reset of this world is a necessary. Because the moral decline is moral decline in this society. So I think a great reset is needed. And I'm talking about a reset from the Most High, you know, from the true divine power, you know. The new Bleach game is a rip-off game. Only thing that looks good is the story somewhat. What pissed me off about the new Bleach game, I never played it, but some of the characters not on it. They took some characters, they cut some characters. They don't got Yami on there from the Expada. I don't think they got some of the captains and lieutenants. I hear you, bro. Yeah, I can't wait till y'all reset this bullshit. Yeah, he needs to reset this world because it's a fallen state. You know, Satan is the God of this world. He is the demiurge, Satan, not the Most High Yah. You know, not because he's pure righteous. You know, the good God is the son of. I mean, the true loving God has a son, and his son is Yahshua HaMashiach, who the world calls Jesus. We're supposed to worship Jesus' Father, the God of heaven, the God that's up in heaven, not this God of earth, the demiurge, which is Satan, you know, the fallen God, the false God, the wannabe God, the great eternal loser, Hashatan, you know, he had a good spot in heaven, but he want to rebel. Let me tell you, man, how these angels all jealous of us. These fallen angels, these archangels, they jealous of humanity. Satan is jealous. He insecure of humans, man. He got mad at the Most High because the Most High created this beautiful world, earth, you know, and he said, I'm creating this for the humans to rule over. And he got mad and his feelings behind that, insecure. You damn, I don't get him. Why y'all jealous of us finite beings? Y'all was angels, y'all before, you know, y'all divine beings. You know, y'all got all these cool abilities, you know, y'all could probably, you know, teleport to any damn part of the universe or multiverse with a thought, but y'all jealous about finite beings. Y'all jealous of beings that gotta eat, they gotta sleep, they gotta drink, and they gotta pass waste out their body and stuff. That every time we wake up, we got our breath funky. We gotta wash our dirty behinds, you know, every day. Y'all jealous of that. And we have short lifespans. The Most High, y'all created us to be immortal, but due to sin, we live finite lives. Good to hear from you too, Chris G. Good to hear from all of y'all. Good to hear from all of y'all. They like pick the main characters in the game. Exactly. They could have picked more because some of the older Bleach games I played back in the day, they had everybody. They had a lot of characters. They had all the captains. They had all the lieutenants. They had all the ex-spotters. That's why I say they just, a lot of these companies lazy though, bro. That's what I see, this laziness. Because they skipped some of the ex-spotters. You know, they could have put all the, they don't even got the old man ex-spotter, the one that transformed into the Grim Reaper. That should have been one of the main ones they put on there. You know, like the old man ex-spotter, the older one that transformed into like the Grim Reaper with the crown on his head. That's why I say that a lot of these companies lazy, man. Gaming, man, it's like even gaming not exciting no more. The gaming industry is whack. Video games going up to $70. The new Nintendo Switch 2 gonna be what $5 something, almost $600 for the Switch 2. Man, get the hell out of here, Nintendo. Shit, I'm not really into Nintendo like that anyway. I'm more of a PlayStation. I'm more of a Sony, man. So I have nothing to worry about. I ain't getting the Switch 2. I ain't supporting Nintendo. Fuck Nintendo. Yeah, I see it. Any Nintendo fanboys, come at me. I want the smoke. I want the smoke, Nintendo fanboys. I want the smoke. Shit. But yeah, Nintendo, y'all ain't get $600 for the Switch 2 at 5, 6. And then, okay, they charging what? $90 for a physical copy of a game, $80 for digital. Man, Nintendo, y'all ain't shit, Nintendo. $80 for digital, but $90 for physical. That's why I say, man, corporate greed, yo. Corporate greed. That's all that is. Corporate greed. What's good? 183307. What's good? Ain't nothing but corporate greed, though. And then you had one content creator I was watching. He bragging, talking about, you know, and that's another thing I can't stand about religious people. They trying to make you feel bad because they figure, see, I'm blessed because the Most High allowed me to get all these materialistic things. No, man, Hashatan blesses people too. Yeah, it was this content creator. I ain't gonna mention his name, but some of y'all probably know. You probably know who I'm talking about, Naomi. You know, they still going at this brother. They still going at brother New Breed. Yeah, he was the other day talking about, I'm about to get that new Switch too, and I'm gonna get my wife one. Be like, man, he bragging about that. I'll be like, how you call yourself a man of the Most High, but you bragging because you could buy you a Switch 2 and your wife a Switch 2, and you trying to shame people and trying to say they not blessed or they not in favor with the Most High because they can't afford this materialistic stuff. And you wonder why people are turning away from the Most High. You wonder why people, you know, going into other belief systems. You know, and I don't blame them because you trying to make people feel bad. You don't know what the fuck people going through, nigga. You know, it's real talk. Yeah. And I can't believe they still going at brother New Breed like that. Bunch of weird ass niggas. You know these niggas weird when they going after Elder Baba Rashana. Oh man, that might outlive all their asses. That might outlive them. Shout out to Elder Baba Rashawn down there in New Orleans, Louisiana. Leave the elder alone, man. That man had to deal with more. That man had to deal with more shit that we can't even think of. Cause think about that. He like in his 70s. I think he like in his late 70s. I think Elder Baba. He had to deal with the bullshit of racism. He had to deal with Jim Crow. Come on now, from Louisiana, shit. He had to deal with a lot of shit, bro. But you got these weird clowns want to make videos about the elder, you know. And and you see Kringle, he mad because New Breed call him a tether and all that. Yeah, New Breed made action figures of the dude. Yeah, that's some Ritz crackers I'm chewing on, man. Them Ritz crackers, good, bro. They fresh. That's some fresh Ritz crackers. The good old Ritz, the original Ritz, the low sodium too. But I like the wheat Ritz too. They got the wheat, they got the low sodium, and they got the regular Ritz. I like the low sodium or the wheat Ritz, the wheat flavored Ritz. Yep. And speaking of Gammon Rockstar, they just had a new update for Sparkling Zero. But the community in Sparkling Zero is going down, man. It was hyped up. It ain't living up to the hype. Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero it's a good game now. Don't get me wrong. It's a good game. It's fun. But it's not going to feel the legacy of Tenkaichi 3. I'm sorry. It's not. And I stand on that. It's not feeling the legacy of Tenkaichi 3. It's not. It's like Tenkaichi 3, Dragon Ball, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It's just like, it's too much nostalgia. You got to think about it. It was a different team that developed the game. And that team probably retired, or they probably, some of the team members, they probably don't even make games anymore. They probably retired, you know. But like I said, I'm not going to downplay Sparkling Zero, but the community is going down. It's like a lot of people not playing it because they did and the online community is toxic. That's what any game in online communities is always toxicity. I'm about to be at 50 something. I'm about to be at an hour already. It just seems like I started this stream. I'm about to be at an hour already. God damn it. But yeah, let me see something there. Hold up. But yeah, another thing, a lot of stores closing too. A lot of brick and mortar stores closed because when I was going home, coming home from work, one of the furniture stores, they out of business. They was having to go on out of business. So, well, I think it already happened, man. A lot of stores, local stores closing down. You know, online taking over, the tariffs. I mean, a lot of stuff. Oh man, ain't your bad, man. That's your mama calling, man. You gotta answer, bro. That's your mother. You know, honor thy father and thy mother, bro. Ain't no. Oh man, come on, man, stream. What the heck going on, man? Stream yard tripping. But yeah, like I was saying, it ain't your bad, bro. If that's your mama, man, you gotta answer, bro. Gotta answer. Oh, mhm. Oh, yeah, honor thy parents, honor thy father and thy mother. Oh yeah, big commandment. I know I'm all over, but like I say, I'm shattered. I'm shattered, but I'm gonna be put back together eventually. You know, we all shattered at once upon a time in our lives. And I don't shame people, and I don't judge them for it because life could, people, you don't know what the hell people going through. When people go through shit in life, whether it's dealing with fake people, being betrayed, being snaked on. If you in the streets, being snaked. And I was watching clips of The Wire. You see shows like The Wire and shows like Power. People watch it for the wrong reasons. When I look at shows like The Power and The Wire, it's an educational because it shows you how grimy the streets are and the law enforcement. Because I was thinking about that today too. I say, they look at the street, the people that's doing the crime on the street, like the drug dealers, the hustlers and all that on the street, like in the shows, The Wire. They look at Ghosts, they look at Avon or Marlo as the villains, but the law enforcement, they villains themselves too. They ain't no better than the damn criminals. Some of these detectives, like when you watch Power and you do an analyzing of detective characters, they grimy too. They just as grimier than they just as grimier than Ghosts. Straight up. Oh yeah, get you some shut eye, because I'm about to wrap it up in a few minutes too. Yeah, because I gotta go to my parents' house and pick something up. So yeah, okay, but yeah, they just as villainous as the street people, the law enforcement, like the detectives, the judges, the police officers. I mean, it's just corrupt, man. And like I say, talking about the war on drugs, man, that's a hoax. They ain't cahoots. They ain't cahoots. They ain't cahoots. As long as they get their cut, they'll let them play on the streets. But as soon as they stop getting their cut and protection money, they come and round you up and sending you into the slammer. Yes, indeed. I want to kick it, but it's my day off, and I have to stay up. And if I stay up, I will sleep it away. Yeah, my day ain't. I got one more day, and I'll be off Monday. Yep. I'm watching Cool's Revenge, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that's a classic. The Dragon Ball Z movies, that's classic. Yeah, them Dragon Ball Z movies. Man, I wish they made cooler canon. I ain't gonna lie, man. Characters that I want to see made canon, cooler, Lord Slug, Pycon need to be made canon. They could have used Pycon in a tournament of power. They could have been a perfect arc to introduce Pycon in a tournament of power. Yep. I was watching Fusion Reborn. I brought a Pycon figure. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, they need to make him a canon character because he's a very popular character. I know he's not canon, but I think he's part of the universe to me, Pycon. I think he is canon to me. And I watched Diamond, man, the new Super Saiyan 4. I'm sure a lot of fans, they got mixed feelings about Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Diamond. I'm sorry. It's cool he was in there, but GT Super Saiyan 4 was too classical. GT, I know a lot of people don't like GT. Yeah, GT did suck. It did suck. I'm not gonna lie. GT was kind of crap, but they did have some interesting characters in it, like Omega Shenron. He was cool. Omega Shenron. Like I said, the villains was cool in GT. It's just I don't know the way they written the characters. I guess Oh, you collecting figures? That's what's up. Hey, that's a good hobby too. To collect figures, it's an expensive hobby, but hey, do you, bro? That's what's up. Do you? You got a whole niche on YouTube. You got a whole sector about that, collecting figures. You got a figure collecting sector on YouTube, but And one thing I noticed about YouTube from me doing content and just being on this platform from the years that I've been on here, it don't matter what sector you gravitate towards. All sector is toxic. They all got drama. All sectors of YouTube got drama, and that's the honest truth. It doesn't matter if you're in a political sector. It doesn't matter if you're in even in the cake baking sector, there's drama. You might have two women fighting over, oh man, I make the best cupcakes. They'll be going back and forth, competing with each other who make the best cupcakes or bake the best cakes. You know, even in the tool sector, you might have some men, oh man, he think he better than me because he buy a Craftsman. I've been using Craftsman for the last 40 years of my life. And he just gonna use other type of brands. I got Jiren, I got Beerus, Goku Black. Like, what company is the figures? Who make the figure? What company? Bon Pretzel or Bandai? Because they got so many figure companies. Now Bon Pretzel, they make good figures. They make actually collectible figures like statues. And you got let's see, you got, but some of them companies, Bandai, okay, Bandai, yeah, that's the ones with articulation, the figures with articulation. Because I want to say you got even Square Enix make now Square Enix, man, they charge you damn much. Like the Square Enix figure arts. Yeah, Square Enix, they call them figure arts. Yeah, they charge you damn much. Now you know who make good figures? Tom McFarlane, the creator of Spawn. He always did make cool action figures. Tom McFarlane, Tom McFarlane, excuse me. Todd McFarlane. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the creator of Spawn. I'm telling you that this dude, his figures is always a work of art. I don't care any series he do figures for, they awesome. Todd McFarlane. You know, he got it, like he have a website. You know what I'm talking about. He the creator of Spawn, Todd McFarlane. You created your own black custom freezer, black freezer. Okay. Yeah, some people do that too. They make their custom figures. Hey, I bet you if you show that, that's gonna get a lot of views. It'd be like you get a custom Gohan Black. They need to make Gohan Black playable in Sparkling Zero. They need to make them DLC. I'll buy that. I'll purchase that DLC. Gohan Black, because a lot of fans like him. A lot of fans like him, and you know you got the models. You got the modders, they don't give a damn. I seen modders. They had like the adult version of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Ultra Ego Vegeta. And I don't blame the modders. Because that's bullshit. Why we gotta wait till these characters be in the anime to pin them on the game? Pin them on the game regardless, man. So we're gonna have to wait for Sparkling 05 just to get Ultra Ego Vegeta, man. That's some bullshit. They should have been pitting Moral, Granola, Ultra Ego Vegeta on the games. They should have put them on Sparkling Zero. I don't care if they're not in the anime yet. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. Put them on the game regardless. Put them on the game. Because fans want to play with those characters. So the modders, you know what the modders did? They say, fuck y'all Bandai and Toy Animation. We're going to mod them. We're going to put them on the game anyway. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the modding community, man. The gaming modding community, because y'all take no shit from the companies. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all like some honey badgers. Y'all don't give a shit. Y'all gonna make a mod version of Ultra Ego Vegeta and put them on the game regardless. I also got, you got a collection there, bro. That's what's up. I think I know which ones you're talking about. He's probably talking about the ones that come in the black box, the Bandai figures that come in the black box. Because they sell them at Walmart. I think I know what figures you're talking about. Because when I went to Walmart and Broussard the other day, they had a whole heap of them. They had a whole heap of Dragon Ball Z figures. I think that's the figures you're talking about. The ones that come in the black. It's like a black box, and you could like assemble different arms on them and stuff with articulation. Yeah, that's them. Yep, the Bandai figures. Matter of fact, I'm about to Google them now on my phone. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars. That's the one you're talking about, right? The Dragon Stars, the Dragon Ball Stars, the Dragon Ball Stars figure. I think that's the one you're talking about, the Dragon Star. Yeah, man. Fuck you, Square Enix, man. $95 for Bandai Figure Arts Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku. $95. Get the hell out of here. That's too much for a figure. $95 for a goddamn figure. Shit, get the hell out of there. Square Enix Figure Arts. SH Figure Arts. You're paying for the name. That's with anything. You're paying for the name. But yeah, it's a good hobby. It's an expensive hobby too. Yes, yeah, I got Super Saiyan 4. You got your whole collection. So, hey, my advice, I hope you keep them in a box. Keep them in a box. That's what I'll do. I'll keep them in a box. You could display them if you want, but a lot of people, they prefer to keep them in a box. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay. So I'm correct. The Dragon box. Oh, you still got the boxes? Hey, that's what's up. Hey, hey, shout out to your hobby, bro. Keep that hobby, man. Don't let nobody shame you for that. Because you got some women, they get mad at men for having a hobby. You know, some women, oh man, I'm not attracted to a guy that collect figures. They'll look at you, oh, you don't want to grow up. You don't want to grow up, you still collecting figures. Man, no, that's a hobby. That's a hobby. And you don't realize most adults buy these figures. It's not children buying these figures. It's mostly adults buying these figures for collectors. Why you think stores like Walmart, GameStop, Best Buy sell these collectibles? I never thought that you never seen that back in the day. The only time you saw Walmart selling collectibles back in the Gap, it was something important. You will find it in the toy sector, in the toy section. Man, when you go to your local Walmart, the collectible figures, they don't even got the collectibles in the toy section. That should tell you something right there. They know better than that, because let me tell you something. They know what they're doing. They smart. That's a good strategy. You put the collectible figurines right by the video games at Walmart. That's an absolute good strategy. You don't put it in the toy sector. You put it right, because they know most people, they after electronics these days. Come on now, that's a good strategy. They know better not to put that in the toy section. So, and it's mostly adults buying them collectible figures. Little do women know the streets took my childhood away from me at an early age. So if they shame me, so be it. Man, as you get older, man, you start to care less, man. The author's not giving an F, you know. Shit. I still play PS5 and games. I don't give a shit. It's like they don't want no man to have no hobby. Shit. You know. It's better for a child to have a hobby than to be caught up. It's better for a man to have a hobby, you know. Even on the Shawshank Redemption, Red said that Morgan Freeman character, he said, man gotta find something to keep his mind occupied. And they was in prison. He was in prison saying that in prison. The Shawshank Redemption, a classic movie, man. Shout out to Morgan Freeman. Played Ray. Get busy living or get busy dying. A man gotta find something to do to keep his mind occupied. I'm trying to talk like Morgan Freeman. But yeah. Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, you got some women collect you got some women in the figure collecting sector, you know. And I bet you they DMs be getting lit up full of simps. Oh man, marry me. These simps probably be like Sanji. They be simping like Sanji off of One Piece. Super simp. That's what I call Sanji on One Piece. Super simp. Super simp Sanji. Super simp Sanji. Yeah, some women don't want to see men happy. Not all, but and it's just not women. It's society in general. You got some sick people. They don't. You got other men don't want to see other men happy. I'd be like, that's we just live in a twisted world. You know. Some society don't want to see men happy in general. Whether it's a woman or man. I mean, like, damn, they ain't bothering nobody. So what if he collecting figures? So what if he collecting Hot Wheel cars? He ain't bothering nobody. That's gonna be worth something. That's gonna be worth something one day. Collecting Hot Wheel cars. Shit, but you got some women in collect figures though. You got women doing that. They collect figures. You got women that's gaming. But they doing that to prey on simps, though. A lot of them. They not really into the culture like that. They know, especially if they look good, if they're attractive, and they know they got a good looking body, they're gonna use that to the advantage in the streaming community. Easy money for them because the simps keep on providing. The simps keep on providing. I ain't mad at you, girl. Get your bag. Keep making a mockery out of these simps, and I'm gonna just sit back and laugh at they dumb asses. Like I bet you their husbands and boyfriends do. That's what these women that be streaming, these female gaming streamers. What's crazy? The majority of them, they won't even date another gamer, a dude that's a gamer. They'll date a regular guy that's trying to even game. They'll probably date a regular dude that probably he just chill. He probably might be a plumber or something. He probably work a 9-to-5 job. Maybe he an all driller or something. I'm just saying he probably don't have time to play games. But you got these whole army of simps, flooding these gaming chick inbox. Oh, marry me, man. I'd be like, man, y'all getting suckered. Y'all getting played for suckers. I mean, some of these buffoons be giving a whole paycheck. Some of their life savings, their earnings. Yeah, men these days don't got no backbone. It's sad. And society trying to shame you for having a backbone too as a man. That's the twisted part about it. It's like they don't want men to have a backbone. As soon as you display having a backbone or standing up for yourself, they want to say you're toxic masculinity. They want to say, oh, you're this and that. They want to try to shame you. They want to make you out to be the villain. Like I say, society is ass backwards, man. It's ass backwards. This society. That's why I say a reset must happen. A reset by the Most High Yah must happen because this is getting out of pocket. This is getting out of pocket. Straight up, the way society is getting out of pocket. You can't even just say what the hell you want, man, without getting canceled. You say something out of pocket, they gonna cancel. They want to cancel you. See how I was talking on this live stream? If I was talking like that in public, man, they'll cancel me. They'll want to cancel me. Oh, we got to get him off stage. He just saying all kind of F-bombs. He just saying all kind of, shock jocking stuff, and thought-provoking stuff. We got to get him off stage. We got to cancel this dude. Yeah, too much liberty. Yep. Shout out to the liberals. You could thank your liberals for that. Yeah. Yeah, you say something out of pocket, and you just a stand-up man. They want to cancel you with the quickness. They're not going to even question. They're just going to want to cancel you. Cancel him. Cancel that dude. He's talking too much. He's saying too much. He's saying too much strong stuff. He's using too much strong language. Yeah, this week. Hey, pretty much. And a lot of people feel that way too. Now I understand why Senator Armstrong did his rant. I don't know if you played Metal Gear Solid Rising before, but there's the main villain on it, the final villain. Senator Armstrong, he gave a speech. While he was giving the speech, he was beating the hell out of Rodney. He was like, America is a weak country. America ain't tough like it used to be. Every time he ran, he'll punch right in the face. That was a man, Senator Armstrong. But he was telling the truth, though. That's what I liked it about the Metal Gear Solid games, man. They had truth in that. Hideo Kojima, he was on one, bro. He was wide awoke. Hideo Kojima, the creator of the Metal Gear Solid games, man. I remember playing the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1. Man, showing them cutscenes about nuclear missiles and all that, and they gave you education about nuclear missiles and how much nuclear waste they store in these facilities. But yeah. And that's what they want. They want the men to be weak. They don't want the men, because they figure if the men was more stand up, they're trying to overpower and be an uprising. That's what they're afraid of. You know, they're afraid of an uprising, a revolution. So they're going to do everything to make men weak. They're going to have the women, they're going to gas the women head up, and they're going to make the men be weak by making them be into simps, having easy access to pornography, you know. And I mean, it's just crazy, you know, it's just crazy. They messing with the testosterone because they already studied. They say like men during our daddy and grandfather time had a lot of testosterone than the men today, and that is true. A lot of younger men don't have a lot of testosterone like their grandfathers did. You know, like back in the 60s and 70s and probably the 50s, you know, because they wasn't eating all that processed food. You gotta think about like the boomers and the lost generation. They wasn't eating no processed food like that. They was living off the land, you know. Compared to today, all this processed food. That's why America got a weight crisis, and they trying to promote body positivity. So they trying to make it possible to be built like a goddamn hippo. Make it make sense. They trying to say, oh, that's body shaming. If you telling somebody, oh, they need to lose weight, whether it's a man or a woman, man, no, you need to lose weight. You're big like a hippo. You know, you're big like a goddamn hippo. You're looking like a goddamn linebacker. You need to lose some weight, you know. But if you say that to somebody, they're going to cancel you, or you body shaming, body positivity. Man, you look at the ancient societies, man. You look at the Greek statues. You didn't see them damn Greek sculptures carving a damn. You don't see a Greek or Roman statue of a damn obese person. You know, it's gonna always be somebody in top physique, like the Greek gods and goddesses statues. You never gonna see a Zeus statue of beast. He all, you know, pause now, pause. He gonna be chiseled to perfection. Pause, you know. Like that King David statue Leonardo da Vinci did. Now we know that's not the real King David. When I look at that King David statue that Leonardo da Vinci did, this damn heathen had a homoerotica fantasy about King David. That's why he sculpted that statue looking like that. Damn, you know that King David statue? That statue is displayed, I think it's displayed in the Vatican, I think. The David statue. Man, this damn heathen had a homoerotica of fantasy about King David. Now we know the King David don't look like that, according to him. He was a brother, you know, from the tribe of Yahudah or Judah. But yeah, that David statue that Leonardo da Vinci created, yeah, by Michelangelo. Yeah, excuse me, Michelangelo. When you look at that David statue, that's supposed to be a youthful version of King David that Michelangelo sculpted. This Michelangelo, man, that damn heathen, he had a homoerotical fantasy. For him to sculpt that a naked statue of David, what's wrong with that motherfucker, man? That's some weird shit. That's some weird stuff. But yeah, but back to what I was saying, these ancient statues, you ain't gonna see a statue of no obese person. It's gonna be in shape. It's gonna be a person that's in shape. Man, them Greeks and Romans, they were some freaks. The Greeks and Rome, they were some freaky people. And like these dinner parties ain't nothing new under the sun. Like these dinner parties, that's what they did back in these ancient societies. That's what they did back in these ancient societies. They hate us to be on top. Exactly. They hate us to be on. They hate us to be on top. Right. Mm-hmm. He could at least put some clothes on, just like these ancient Greek and Roman paintings. Why people always gotta be butt ass naked? Why y'all can't put? It's like y'all allergic to clothes or something. The ancient Greeks and Romans, when some of these statues, some of these paintings always be naked. I'd be like, y'all allergic to clothes or something. But like I said, they were some freaky ass people, the Greeks and Romans, the ancient Greeks and Romans. Bunch of weirdos. Well, yeah. Just like earlier, I was watching a video of this clown throwing a tantrum at Walmart because his card was declined. He threw a tantrum, and the cops arrested. He was like, "Please, please, don't do this to me, please." No, you're gonna threaten the cop. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot you." Man, I know if I was one of them cops, I probably would want to taser his ass. Yeah, they were some fruit cups, Fruit Loops. Yep, fruit roll-ups. They were some fruit cups, Fruit Loops, or fruit roll-ups. Some fruit roll-ups. Yep. Yeah, man, it was a perverse society, man. It was and it's sad that some of our people, they still want to join these fraternities and sororities, man. That's why I say a lot of our people, they ain't doing their research. They need to go research these fraternities and sororities. You know, all that hazing and stuff. I will never want to join a fraternity. If I gotta do all these humiliation rituals, and then you know what's crazy about it? A lot of people that pledge for these fraternities and sororities, it's a higher percent chance they're not gonna even make the cut. It's a higher percent, because let me tell you something. Say if you pledging for a fraternity or sorority, they already doing a background check on your family. Who your family know. You know, they probably trying to trace your lineage and see if your family is well known or if your family got good connections. And then they'll let you join a fraternity. While you doing those humiliation rituals and pledging for a fraternity or sorority, the higher ups of the organizations, they probably researching your family, see what you're about, you know, see what type of connections your family have. If they see your family is a low, like if they see your family don't have too many collections, or if your family don't have ties to certain secret societies, man, they're not gonna let you join a fraternity or sorority. They do the same thing when you're trying to become a Mason or Eastern Star. You know, straight up. If you trying to become a Mason or Eastern Star, they already doing a background check on you to see if you worthy to be in an organization. Yep. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here, man, because like I said, I gotta go to my people house, my parents, to go pick up something. Well, it was cool chopping it up with y'all. I'm glad StreamYard cooperated with me so I could come on here and chop it up and rant. But yeah, man, a lot of people burned out. Yeah, they got their own Bible. The Masons, yeah, it's blue. I saw a picture of it. It's blue. It's a blue Bible. And so says like a Masonic KJV Bible. Yeah, and they got the symbolism in it. You know, yeah, they got their own Bible. The Masons. Yep. Like I said, that organization tripped me out. It's like the white Masons, they don't let the black Masons go to their lodges. I'll be like, it's racism in the damn secret society. I'll be like, yeah, the white Masons don't let the black Masons go to their lodges, but the black Masons, they gotta have still got a white overseer. Real talk. They high ranking Mason still got an answer to a white dude at the Prince Hall Masons. Like, say like the leader of a certain Masonic lodge in your city, a Prince Hall, they still got to have a white overseer. Yeah, I'd be like, but you ain't gonna see no black Masons going chilling up in the white Mason lodge. They gonna look, get out of here, nigga. Get out of here. You don't belong here, nigga. Get out of here. Get out. What you doing here, boy? But I'm a Mason. Shit, you see that on the movie Rosewood. Are you a traveling man? They still killed his ass. Yes, my brother, I am a traveling man. He showed that ring to him. Oh, I'm a traveling man too, man. They still kill his dumb ass, man. Like I say, man, they don't want you to even be a Mason. They don't want you to be nothing, man. It doesn't matter if it's something positive or negative. Man, these insecure racist motherfuckers don't want a brother to be nothing. They just want you to be a street nigga. They just want you to be a dope boy, a hood nigga, man. They don't want you to be nothing. They don't want you to be a fucking astronaut. They don't want a black man to be a fucking astronaut, man. Man, they don't want a black man to be a scuba diver, man. They don't want us to be nothing but a damn what they in the paradigm that they assigned for us. It's sad. They want you to either be a street dude, an athlete, or entertainer. Those three things. It's pitiful. You could thank Hollywood for that. They want you to either be an entertainer, meaning a rapper, a singer, a dancer, an athlete. They want you to be an athlete or dude in the hood that's a dope dealer, a rapper. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But soon as you talk about, oh man, I want to be an astronaut. Oh man, you want to be an astronaut, man? That's corny. You want to be an astronaut? Man, I want to be a scuba diver, man. I want to be in a submarine. I want to pilot. I want to build a submarine. Man, what you talking about, man? She, I wish I had me a submarine. I want a submarine like Black Manta. The Black Manta, man. Shout out to the Black Manta. That's a villain off of Aquaman. The Black Manta, man, he a badass. The Black Manta, his submarine. I bet his submarine could survive passing by the Titanic. The Black Manta submarine. When them five rich heathens, man, won't go on that little small pea shooter looking submarine, got destroyed, got crushed by the damn pressure of the ocean, trying to look for the Titanic. Why the hell y'all want to go investigate the Titanic? That's a grave site, man. That's disrespecting the dead, man. Y'all gonna go on that pea shooter submarine, all that money. That's what's pissed me off about some of these billionaires. Y'all had all that money, but y'all didn't even have a damn good quality submarine. Y'all could at least ask the Navy, pay the Navy to escort y'all in their submarine, because the Navy, that's what type of submarine they really needed to go right there. One of them Navy submarines. Shit. Oh, now I want to talk about that too. Yeah, the Carmelo, goddamn, the Carmelo Anthony situation. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. They said they was jumping him, right? They said they was jumping him and he stabbed him. I ain't gonna lie. He had a right to stab. Come on up. I'm getting jumped, man. I got a blade on. I'm gonna shank somebody. I'm gonna try to shank somebody if I'm getting jumped. Shit, that's just equal to me. Yeah, I ain't gonna let them pound on me like that. Shit. They was bullying him. And they say come on now. He went to the game, right? He was going to the event, and they probably threatened him. They probably threatened him beforehand. I'm just saying they could have probably threatened him beforehand, talking about, I better not see you at this game or we gonna get into it. And he probably felt threatened, so he gonna carry that blade on him. Same thing when somebody carry that damn tool on him in the streets, But yeah. But they still gonna try to prosecute him out there. They still probably want him to serve time, because these white folks, man, they unforgiving. Well, we quick to forgive their asses, though. That's what pissed me off about black people. We be so fucking quick to forgive these fucking heathens when they harm one of our people. Oh man, we need to forgive them, man. Get that Christianity God out your mind, man, and go back to the God of Israel, man. The war God, man. He's a righteous God, but he's a man of war too. He's a God of war too. The God of Israel. Oh, we must forgive him. We're gonna pray for him. No, pray for the victims. Pray for the victims, like for the Dylan Roof situation. Pray for Families of the 9 victims that Dylan Roof slayed. Also pray for Dylan Roof. What I mean by praying for Dylan Roof, pray that the Most High extract his divine punishment on Dylan Roof. But you see, Christians ain't gonna pray that though. Oh man, that's too. You praying for revenge? Yeah, pray for revenge. Pray for revenge. Don't the scriptures say vengeance is the Most High's? Well, pray that the Most High get his vengeance on Dylan Roof for slaying those 9 Israelites. They didn't know they was Israelites, but they were still children of Israel, those 9 victims. But back to Carmelo Anthony, they want to, you know what's sad? You got black people want to see Carmelo Anthony in jail. That's the sad thing about it. That's how you know our people are gone. They want to see Carmelo Anthony charged. That's sad. Yeah, it's gonna be an outrage. Yeah, but like the families, like the dude that he stabbed, you best believe his family, they having families. They wish they could lynch him. They wish they could hang on Carmelo Anthony. If they could go back to the old ways, man, Carmelo Anthony, he'd be swinging from a rope by now. He'd be swinging on a tree. Real talk. If they could have things their way, he'd be swinging on a noose by now. He'd have been swinging on a noose. You know, he'd have been food for the ravens and wolves. You know. But yeah, it's gonna be a whole controversy. But like I said, I think he should not serve time, Carmelo Anthony. If he say he was defending himself in self-defense, come on now, stand your ground. They have a stand your ground law. But you see what pissed me off about that? They think that's only applied to them. No, it should be able to apply to anybody. It's supposed to be able to apply to anybody. But yeah, Carmelo Anthony, I think he should walk, man. Not guilty. You know, he defended himself. If they was jumping him, if they was threatening him, if they was picking on him, and they threatened him and stuff, you know. And he gotta understand, like Judge Joe Brown, he was ranting on. He was like, a lot of young boys don't want to get busted up, man. It's a whole new generation, man. These YNs, man, they want to shoot, man. They trying to get a body so they can make a drill track about it, man. Some of these YNs, you know, they don't give a damn about knuckling up. They try to get the pea shooter, pow, 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 you know, so they can talk about, I got me a body, now I'm smoking on his pack. You want to pick on me at the ballpark? I'm going to get my blick out. Pow, 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 pow. Now I'm smoking on his pack. I'm smoking on his pack. Got his mama crying in the funeral. I'm smoking on the pack. I'm going to get high and I'm going to think about shooting a funeral up. Pow, 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 pow. That's what they thinking about. It's funny and sad at the same time, man. It's the way the world coming to. Shit. Yeah, they ain't thinking about swinging or knuckling up. It's sad, man, because things used to couldn't be solved with a knuckling up. Now they just want to play for keeps. Even if you beat somebody ass, you still got to carry a gun on you. Because if you beat somebody ass today, they coming back for revenge. They coming back with the damn pistol. Oh, man, that's that nigga that bust me up. I got something for his ass. Oh, man, chill, bro, chill, man. He with his baby mama. Man, fuck his baby mama in the church. I'm going to spray them all. That's the mind of a YN today. I don't give a fuck. That nigga beat me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to cry shot. And next thing you know, he just spraying bullets everywhere. Don't care who he hit. That's the reality. And it's sad. It's just a whole new generation, man. They don't give a shit. You know? You know, like I was watching an Antoine Daniels video. The title was "YNs Take Over Chicago." Man, they was wild. They was wild and not. Man, they took over Chicago street. They was drag racing in them Hellcats. I'd be like, damn, man, the Chicago Police Department, man, y'all ain't trying to stop that. Hey. Now they banning the Hellcats. They're not making Hellcats no more because of the YNs. No, man. I don't say it because of the YNs. The cops just got tired of getting outrun by them. That's what it is. Insecure cops, man. I don't like that shit, man. Cops scared. Cops, man, they the biggest haters. Some of these cops, they some haters. They mad because they got cars to outrun them on the street. So they trying to tell Dodge to stop making Hellcats. Man, if I was Dodge, if I was the CEO, if I was the owner of Dodge, I'd be like, Or you want me to stop making V8s? I'm gonna make a V12. I'm gonna make a super Hellcat now. Matter of fact, we're coming out with the Dodge Cerberus. We're coming out with the Hellhound. Shit. We're coming out with a truck called a Hellhound. It's gonna be a souped up Dodge Ram, but it's gonna have the Hell. It's gonna have a Cerberus logo, and instead of a Ram, it's gonna have the logo. The Cerberus, a 3-headed dog, or a Hellhound. We're coming out with a Dodge Hellhound. Shit. That's gonna be the damn Hellcat version of a truck, but instead of a Hellcat, it's gonna be a Hellhound. Shit. That's what I would have did if I was the owner of Dodge. How dare y'all trying to tell me to stop making Hellcats? Shit. I'm gonna make it. That's gonna make it be like, man, that's what we're gonna make. We're gonna come out with the Hellcat Mark II. The Hellcat Mark II. Yep. Yeah, they stopped making Hellcats. I don't think they making V8 engines no more. Dodge, they gonna stop making V8 engines. That's some bull crap. That is some bull crap. The cops got tired of getting outrun by them Hellcats. That's why they doing it. And they some haters. You know, if a cop see you driving good, they'll get pulled over. And that's another thing that pissed me off about some of these cops. If they see a brother driving good, these YNs, they all on demon time. Yep, that's all they want to be is demons. They don't want to be angels. They want to be on demon time. They want to be on demon time and doing willies and pillar knot in the Hellcat. Oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah. What I was saying. Yeah, like if they see a brother riding good or driving good, they gonna pull him over. If that's your call, and you could be legit, they don't care. They'll still pull you over and harass you, trying to start shit with you. Because a lot of these cops, they ain't getting paid. They wish they could have a nice car, so they see a brother driving something nice. You know, it could be a Mercedes, it could be a BMW. Especially if you dressing up good, if you looking fresh, you got your suit on. You know, you could just be coming from the damn office on your job. You'll still get pulled over. And you be like, what you stopping me for? You know, is this a problem, officer? Let me see your license and registration. They're trying to make up all kind of excuses. No, he's just being a hater. Because he see you driving a nice car. He see you driving good. And he a damn salty ass cop that's probably still driving something, you know, late. Hey man, like I said, it's a weird society. They don't want to see you have nothing. But yeah, I'm serious though. If I was the owner of Dodge, I'd be like, we're gonna continue to make V8 engines, and we're gonna continue to make. Matter of fact, we're about to come out with the 2027 Hellcat. We're gonna come out with the 2027 Hellcat, you know, the Charger. And matter of fact, we got the concept of the 2027 Hellhound, which is a Dodge truck. You know, it's gonna be the fastest. It's gonna be the fastest street truck. So look out for it. You know, 800 horsepower street truck, you know, 800 horsepower, you know. Yes, indeed. The Dodge Cerberus. The Dodge Cerberus or the Dodge Hellhound. Yep. Or matter of fact, the Dodge Minotaur. If you don't want to use it, we're gonna call it the Dodge Minotaur. It's gonna be a custom Dodge truck, the Dodge Minotaur. Gonna have the Minotaur on the damn hood, the Minotaur logo. Yep, 800 horse starting at 800 horsepower, the Dodge Minotaur. And we're gonna have a special edition with bull horns on the hood, with silver bull horns on the arm. Oh yeah, if I was the owner of Dodge, they'll buy it too. Them rappers will be buying it. Man, check it out. I just purchased me a Dodge Minotaur, y'all. What's so different? It looked like a Dodge Ram. No, yeah, it looked like a Dodge Ram, but the only difference is it's got the Minotaur logo and it got bull horns. Yep, and it got 800 horsepower. The fastest street truck on the streets. Yep. Oh yeah. Keep making Hellcats, shit. Mm-hmm. But them YNs, they drop them too aggressive too. It's not that they drop them aggressive; they can't handle the speed. They can't handle the horsepower. A lot of these YNs, man, they get behind the wheel of a Hellcat, they can't handle it because it's too powerful for them. So they drive them all out of control. They be losing control and wrecking into stuff. and they want to show off. Yep. Well, yeah, I'm about to get off of here, y'all, man. Y'all take it easy there. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Good hearing from y'all. All depends. I probably might. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to go live later on because I'll probably be gaming or I'll probably be watching TV, watching YouTube. But it's good hearing from y'all, man. Had to call them off with the rant, But yeah, y'all just keep hanging in there. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Yeah. Restart to install the latest Windows. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, computer update and talking about I gotta reinstall. That's one thing I don't like about Windows, man. Gotta keep updating that shit. Update this, update that. All right. That's with all that technology. But all right, y'all take it easy. Get off of here.